Japanese, you a young girl, are you kidding me? Hennessy, sip it all up to my kidney. Look at me, flexing on niggas with my energy. Family, got it in my keys.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today here I have GBPJPY on the 1 week time frame, and I will be exposing like a strategy to trade on this pair, like a strategy specifically for this pair and how I see the market on this pair. So let me just dive into the analysis and explain and analyze for you guys so that you guys can see how easy and simple it is to analyze in the forex markets. So let me start by reading what price action tells me. So firstly, I can notice that we don't have a clear trend, we don't have an uptrend or a downtrend on the higher time frame, but we simply have a ranging market, which means that price is moving sideways with no clear direction, like an up or down. So I can see that price is moving between these zones. So this is the top of my zone, my zone, and as I can just clone it, move it to the downside, I see that price is moving within this zone. So price is moving within this zone. You can see that whenever price goes up, it comes down to the zone and it's moving within zones. So I'm expecting price to move to the upside because I've seen that price is moving zone to zone. This is zone trading as I see things. And let me also go further and identify another zone, like in this zone, but it's better to clone it because the zone expands as I clone all. You can see that it expands. Perfect. And now I can see that price is at another zone. So what do I expect here? We have already retested the zone once over here. We have already retested the zone once. Now we are at a second retest. So what do we expect? The highest probability will be that price will break the zone and go to the upside, as you guys saw that we have already tested the zone once. So the second time we will break it, and that is high confirmation of a buy. This is high confirmation of a buy. And as I can just go to the previous to history to see what price has printed for us, and you can see that this is a beautiful impulse, and followed by after the impulse there is a correction. And what do we see here at the present? We see the same thing that happened there: impulse, correction. So what do we expect from that impulse and correction? We expect another impulse to the upside. So I will just be diving deeper into this analysis to spot out the differences and similarities. So here I will use the bar pattern to clone this to here, bring it to the downside, and on the right I will do the same. I will also clone this. I will also clone it and bring it down to spot out the differences and similarities. So here I have the two structures. They look similar to one another, and that is something you should know about the markets. Price always tends to repeat itself. You just have to have an open eye to see where and when structure look similar to one another. So I will just see this as impulse, and this is a correction. An impulse followed by a correction. An impulse followed by a correction, and then an impulse again. And where price currently is at, we see that here is an impulse followed by a correction. So the next thing to expect, you guessed it, it's an impulse to the upside. An impulse to the upside. Something like that. That is what I expect from this. You can see that, you can clearly see that here it approached the zone impulsively, created a correction structure, then moved up impulsively. But where we currently are at, you see that impulsively, then here correction, so we expect another impulse to the upside. Even on the other structures, you can see that it didn't, this wasn't so impulsively, this move wasn't so impulsively, so that caused it to reverse back to the zone where it came from. But this moved up impulsively, correction, now we expect another impulse to the upside. Even here, price has to move impulsively in order to break a zone, but this didn't move so impulsively, that's why it reversed at the zone. You can clearly see that here we moved up impulsively, then correction, small correction here, then we moved up impulsively again. So that is what you should take notice of in this market. You have to have an open eye and read price action. So we already know that we are looking for buying opportunities, so let me just do this, clear my analysis, and let me go to the drawing of trend lines and identification of patterns. I'll just be focusing on this piece of price action, on this whole block. Just be focusing on that. So without wasting any time, let me go straight to the 4-hour time frame from the 1-week time frame. I'll be focusing on this correction structure. We do know what we are looking for, as we've spotted that on the higher time frame, the 1-week time frame. Now we'll be looking for the entry on the lower time frames, and we'll start by identifying the correction structure. We can already see that we had this first touch over here, second touch over here, now we're expecting a third touch over here to like and go to the upside, add a third touch, one touch, second touch, add a third touch, and hopefully break the third touch to move higher and higher. That is what I expect on this pair. So we expect price to come all the way down to the bottom, as you guys can see over here. Let me just adjust my trend line, okay, also for the daily time frame. And from the daily time frame, from the 4-hour time frame, I will be jumping to the, wait, I will just first identify what's happening over here. This is the easiest way to analyze the markets. Don't focus on too much, just go straight to where price action is after reading the higher time frame structure. So I can see that here we have something like a resistant trend line. Here we have something like a resistant trend line. Okay, and I will be cloning this to like a match it with the opposite. I have to find it, the accuracy. Okay, there. Then we are not done there, because we know that this is a zone and this is a zone. You can see the spikes, so we'll be doubling this bullish channel, this bearish channel, I mean, by doing this. Okay, and on the other side also we'll be doing this. Now you can see that how price is reacting on this zone, or in this zone. This is a zone actually. This is not a fake out or something like that. This is a zone. You can clearly see that this is a zone, and we have a bearish channel over here. So without wasting more time, I just want to highlight this, that in order for us to have a that confidence or confirmation that price will really go to the upside at that specific time, because we do know that price will go to the upside, but we have to first wait for confirmation, and confirmation will be that we break this zone very impulsively, and break it without making spikes like this and that or this. We have to break it, move away from the zone, then come back to the zone for a retest. Then we'll be confident that okay, from that point we are buying. So that is what you should look out for. Don't be a victim of FOMO, which stands for fear of missing out, because there's plenty of opportunities in the market for you to capitalize on the opportunity. So don't think that the opportunity is gone or is wasted. So just remain patient and wait for the market to come back to your anticipated area, then you capitalize on the opportunity. So let me jump from let me just look at this from the 1 day time frame. So from the 1 day time frame, this is what we expect. We expect price to move in that manner to the upside. As you can see, impulse, correction, another impulse to the upside will be our next anticipated move. And as you can even see here on the 1 day time frame, you can see that this is indeed a zone. Look at the spikes, the many spikes in the zone, and that's a zone, a valid zone. So I'll be jumping to the 1 hour time frame to make sense of this. And here on the 1 hour time frame, I can see that here with something like this, something like that. Yeah, something like this. And you can also see that here this is actually a zone also, and we've broken out of this and retested. You can see impulsive move from this impulse. Now this is a correction towards the zone trend line, diagonal trend line, or diagonal support, and from this we expect another impulse to the upside at this high. So that is where we expect price to go from here. You have to have that ability to read price action. You can see we have impulse, then we corrected. Now we expect another move to the upside, at least to this zone. So what will happen here is that we will wait for price to break this zone and come back to for a retest, as I have mentioned earlier. But let me go deeper and analyze furthermore. But first let me just delete this. We already know that we are retesting this zone here, but let's identify the zone let's identify the structure outside of the zone. And here also we see that we have broken this, but let me just clone it also. And as you can see here, this was also a pattern outside of this. You remember the zone where here from this area down to the downside. Now this was impulse correction. Now we expect another move to the upside, and I can see that this isn't so impulsively, so price might get choppy around here, so this wouldn't be a great time to enter, but we'll just be anticipating a move to this zone over here, and from that we'll see how price react here. If it can give us a ascending pattern like that, ascending pattern, then we can anticipate a breakout, retest, then we can fall to get our third touch on this pattern. Then we can be confident, or then we can just and look how price reacts at the zone, how the spikes and something and stuff like that, and the structure that forms here at the bottom. And more important than looking at what price do here, we have to wait for a retest, a breakout and a retest. Then we can be positive and confident that price will move to the upside from that area of the breakout and retest. So that's how you have to have to have a flex mindset or a neutral mindset when you approach the markets. But nonetheless, you guys can see that this is what I'll be looking out for on the pair, and this is what makes sense of the market for me. But at this moment, this isn't the right time to enter any trade on this pair. As you guys can see, price has been moving choppy lately, so you don't want to be part of that, because you either you'll make small profits or your stop loss will be hit multiple times. So I will just be staying out of this market for a couple of days, or maybe 2-3 weeks. I'll stay out of this market and see how price reacts to my structure or my analysis setups. So guys, this is just my analysis on GBPJPY. I won't be going further down to the lower time frame, like the 15-minute time frame. I will just be ending the video here on this 1 hour time frame structure, and I will see you guys on the next video. And remember always to use proper risk management when opening a trade, because you can never go wrong with proper risk management, and you'll also have your account longer than you would have had when you didn't use proper risk management. I hope you guys do understand what I'm trying to say, but stay safe, stay blessed, and let's all win together. See you on the next video.
Japanese, you a young girl, are you kidding me? Hennessy, sip it all up to my kidney. Look at me, flexing on niggas with my energy. Family, got it in my keys on my legacy. Japanese, you a young goat, are you kidding me?